Hey guys, it's Spicy, and as you guys know, Act 2 just came out, and we're gonna take a look at Killjoy, the brand new character that Riot just released in this new act. Now, the first question that most people will ask is she OP? Now, I don't know if she's OP, but I'll tell you she's really good. So you got Nanoswarm, Alarmbot, and Turret. The Turret ability is a default ability that you get every round, and the other two abilities, the Nanoswarm and Alarmbot, are only 200 credits. So you can stock up on each ability on the first round of the game and have a classic and still be a pretty good setup. Nanoswarm, what it does is that you press C to equip it, you press left click to deploy it, and you're going to press F during the round to activate it. Anyone that is in this area is going to take a lot of damage. Now generally what you're going to do is you're going to combo that with your Q ability. This thing right over here. You're going to put this near a choke, but you want to make sure that it's out of the line of sight of the enemy. So what this thing does is that when it gets into a line of sight of the enemy and the enemy is in the general radius, it's going to latch on to the enemy, and the enemy is going to have an effect on him where it's going to do 2 times damage to him or her for a certain period of time. If an enemy is binded by this bot and you activate this thing at the same time, you can imagine how that double damage can be really OP. So now you add on to that a turret. If you put a turret over here, for example, and the enemy comes over here, this thing's gonna latch on to them and the turret's gonna start doing damage. Now one thing to remember with all these abilities, whether it's the Nanoswarm, Alarmbot, or turret, is that the enemy can shoot them. And if they get close enough, then the ability is going to light up red and they're going to be able to destroy it. So you want to make sure you put them out of sight. So that setup that I showed you is a very simple setup. I just did that for an example. You don't want to do exactly that, but generally speaking, you're going to want to set up a crossfire with the turret. Maybe you put the turret over here to set up a crossfire. However, you want to make sure that you have a bot nearby. So maybe you put that bot over here in a more mobile location, so that way the enemy barely sees it unless they hug this corner. And when they come over here, the bot's gonna latch on and they're gonna walk forward, and this turret's gonna start doing damage. So one of the things you have to understand is that this turret does a lot more damage close range. I think it does around 10 to 20 damage. So if the enemy is bounded by the Alarmbot, that's gonna be 40 damage. So you can see how this can really steamroll. And then, you know, one of the things you're gonna do is in this general radius, you're just gonna put your Nanoswarm in this general radius over here. So what you could be doing is you could be hiding over here, and as soon as you start hearing your turret shoot, and as soon as you start maybe getting a notification that your Alarmbot has latched onto an enemy, all you have to do while you're behind this wall, you haven't even peeked yet, all you have to do is activate this Nanoswarm, and this is going to activate the AoE. So now he's taking damage from the turret and he's taking damage from the AoE of the Nanoswarm, but at the same time he's taking double damage because of this thing. So you can see how this is pretty much an insta kill if anyone kind of walks through this choke. So this is one way you can kind of set your setups up. Really powerful. This way, like if you're doing this, again, it's going to be the same problem as Cypher that you're going to face, where, you know, you might go all in on one point and the enemy is going to attack the other side of the map. Now, the other thing that I haven't mentioned is that you can also do more of a hybrid setup. This way, you're focused more on getting intel rather than just locking down a point. Maybe in this case, you're defending long B and short B. So you're defending mid over here. One thing again you can do, you can put the turret over here and you can set up a crossfire, so that way when the turret starts firing, you can peek and hit them from here. And then meanwhile, what you can do is the same thing over here. You can put this Alarmbot in this corner right over here, and then you can put your Nanoswarm again somewhere in a mobile location, so maybe right in the corner over here so that they barely see it. So now this is more of a hybrid setup. What you could do is you could stay over here and you're going to get a notification when that turret starts firing. You're going to hear sounds. So as soon as you hear that turret firing, you can peek this and you can kill this guy over here because he's going to be busy shooting the turret. So that's a crossfire over there. And then over here, what you're going to have is you're going to have the notification from the Alarmbot. So as soon as you start hearing the Alarmbot latch on to someone, what you do is you activate this by pressing F, you activate the Nanoswarm, and that's going to do double damage to anyone that's inside the Nanoswarm, and it's also going to do damage to the teammates of the enemy. So this is more of a hybrid setup. I think this is more of a safe thing to do, especially mid-round when you're not sure where the enemy's going to attack. This is going to be one of those things where once you go all in on a point and you get a fat round with a lot of kills with abilities, the enemy is most likely not going to go there again. So maybe in that case, you play a couple mind games, maybe you go to A. So this is the type of thing that you can do with Killjoy. A lot of people are going to wonder how OP she is. Again, I said at the beginning of the video, I don't know if she's OP, but she's really, really good when it comes to locking down a point. And it really doesn't require a lot of effort, right? Just some simple setups, simple crossfire setups, put an alarm bot in a mobile location where it's going to latch onto an enemy and they're going to get double damaged. Now, when it comes to her ult, let's talk quickly about it. It's going to be with X. Just like most of her abilities, they're area denial abilities. You want to carve up space from the enemy, especially when you're on defense. So when you put this down, you're going to see that this has a large radius, which makes it great for situations where you're preventing someone from planting the spike, or you're preventing someone from defusing the spike. So I'm going to throw this down right over here. You have to look at the map. As I open up the map, look at this large circle. It pretty much takes up all of point B. So this is something that you can use, again, to prevent a spike defuse, to prevent a spike plant. The ideal situation is you want to make sure that you put this in a place where the enemy can't see it, because they can shoot it in those 13 seconds. And also you want to make sure when you plant this, that time is on your side. If you see that there's about 15 seconds left in the round and you're preventing someone from planting the spike or preventing a spike defuse, this is a great time to put it down. And it's going to put them in a position where they have to push you and kill you and destroy your ult and then plant the spike. You have to understand, with everything that I just said, I was just talking about the defense aspect of it. When it comes to offense, she's going to be in a very similar position to Cypher, where it's a lot easier to play on defense than it is on offense, because you just don't have great attacking abilities. If you look at how you would use her on attack, that turret is pretty much used for flanking. Yes, you can throw the Nanoswarm into enemies and activate it, but understand that they can destroy it before you activate it if you throw it at them, and they're going to see that. And also, same thing goes with the Alarmbot. When you're on attack, you're not going to throw that thing into the enemy. These are things that you're going to use to pretty much watch your flanks like a Cypher would. So you're pretty much attacking without any abilities. You're not a Phoenix or a Raze where you have attacking abilities. You have very, very defensive abilities that allow you to watch your flanks and defend a certain space. You don't have abilities that allow you to take space. So that's why when it comes to Killjoy, I don't think she's OP per se, because she's only very, very effective in one half of the game. In the other half, she's still effective, but she's not going to be nearly as effective on attack as someone like a Phoenix or a Raze or a Reyna. So her attack and defense gameplay styles are so different in power level that I think that alone is going to balance her out. And that's just my early impressions. We're going to see. Remember guys, I'll be playing Killjoy live on stream on Twitch, Spicy Curry Zero. Make sure you go check that out. Make sure you give that a follow, join the Discord channel, and also make sure if you haven't hit that sub button, make sure you hit that sub button and hit that bell, because I'm always releasing new Valorant content on this channel. And in the next couple of days, I'm probably going to release a new video on Killjoy where I go over OP setups that you have to know on every map. I'm going to do every map and every site, OP setups for them, turret spots, alarm bot spots, AoE spots, so you can lock that point down. And in the future, I'm going to be releasing more hybrid setup videos. I'm going to be releasing a hybrid setup video for Cypher. I'll also release a hybrid setups video for Killjoy. So make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you know when those videos are out. And anyways guys, thanks for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time. Last player standing. One enemy remaining.